I came to Tara was because I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. And a lot of that I knew came from me not understanding the things that I needed to do for myself and the things I needed to do to take care of myself. I thought I did, right? And a lot of friends would tell me little tips and tricks or things that they thought were correct to help me either lose weight or to help me feel better, including specific types of fasting and things like that. And it wasn't until I realized that I didn't really see any change in me that I knew that I needed some type of help or some type of assistance. Tara was definitely the first time I've ever experienced working with a coach. So I wasn't sure what I was going to get into. I wasn't sure if I would be honest. I wasn't sure if it would be a good fit. So I was definitely nervous at first to have a coach and to have someone kind of deep dive into my personal life. The thing that stood out to me the most when it came to changing my health goals was honestly it was how they fit me with a certain coach. I felt the coach was definitely like me. She understood my background, which I felt was the most important, where I came from, my culture, the way I eat, why I eat the way I eat. Being an American with Hispanic culture, you know, I did influence American foods with Hispanic meals. And so she really knew exactly what I was feeling and the struggle that I was dealing with. And so that was a huge part of why I really enjoyed Tara. It was the coach, and the coach really introduced me to a change of mindset onto what I should be thinking before I even eat. And not once did we mention diet. This wasn't a diet. This was just a change of my mindset. And because of that, I'm so grateful. And that was the biggest thing that stood out to me. Something that I implemented that came from Tara and the coach that really changed my life was before I eat something, I'm like, how am I going to feel after I eat that? Right? How am I going to feel? How's it going to affect me at the end of the day? And ever since I started doing that, I noticed that I would turn certain things down and I would say yes to other things that I knew would give me energy, or I knew that would fill me up but not make me feel regret. I think a lot of us know what that is to after you eat something, you kind of like have regret. And so ever since I started the Tara program, I don't really feel regret. You know, I know what I'm going to eat before I eat it. And I'm actually stronger now. And the more I built a habit throughout the couple of months of doing this, when I sit with friends at a restaurant, I'm really confident and I'm really positive in what I'm going to order without feeling like, oh, you know what, since everyone else is ordering these other things, let me eat the same thing and then feel that regret. No, I'm very confident thanks to Tara and them helping me build my confidence up with the food choices that I make. Some of the big changes that I had during the 3 months of working with Tara, I just love the fact that it wasn't about being on a diet. It wasn't about losing weight, even though that was some of my goals. It was mostly about, you know, how do I become healthy, right? How do I change unhealthy habits to becoming healthy? But by doing so, I lost 12 pounds and I eat better, but I also work out, and I love working out now. I feel like the day that I'm not doing it, I don't feel like myself. And it was all thanks to my coach and to Tara for teaching me and making me feel like I can do it. I can achieve my goals. But I just love the fact that it wasn't a diet and it wasn't about losing the weight, but I lost weight and I feel great because I implemented a lot of the techniques and a lot of the things that they recommended. I look in the mirror and I'm like, there
Yeah.
it is. He's coming back. He's coming back. I'm feeling it. With me every day, right? And it happens to everyone. You don't notice changes. I didn't notice changes. It wasn't until over the New Year's break, I was like, you know, in between work, let me actually do something with my family and you know, do New Year's down in Tampa and not just work in Orlando. Anyways, long story short, like my family kept saying, wow, you look great. You know, since last time I saw you, think that means that at work, when I got back to work, a lot of the clients, a lot of the people were saying the same. So Eileen's there sitting next to me, hearing it. So then she started like, so what are you eating today, Qbah? And I'm like, well, I'm eating, you know, black beans, veggies, and I got this salmon, and you know, just like little things that. And she's like, oh, I'll have that. Oh, I know this great place that makes some great salmon. Like, and then so, you know, we started doing things together, and it really helps. I love the era we're living in because it was easier to find. Now that I'm traveling a lot, I was at Walmart and I came across like the instant oatmeal packets, but wait, that have nothing, no sugar, no anything, because of, you know, a lot of this stuff are trends. So I was like, oh, that's perfect, because I struggled with trying to have my oatmeal when I traveled, but now it's great. And the packets themselves have a little line of how much water you have to put in the packet. So I don't need, you know, measuring cups or anything. Like, so it just made things a lot simpler. I got a lot of snacks that have almonds and stuff with no salt. And so I was able to crush that, put that into the oatmeal, and just a million other things based on the stuff that you gave me. But trying to find a travel version of that, you know. What you don't know, and I think you deserve to know, because of that conversation, it sparked more than you know, more than just my health. I deep dived into all of the things that got me to where I am, even in my career, even with my family. You know, things that you forget because you're just worried about tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, I lost myself for a bit. I lost my way. All of that stuff really helped guide me to want to work out and to want to eat, but not just for that, but it's because it was who I am, right? Based on my coach, based on my experiences, based on my meals, I definitely highly recommend health. I don't know the full extent of the program, which I'm really excited to explore and to learn more about, but based on my experience with my coach and my changes, I definitely recommend Tara.